Hello everybody, my name is Cody bringing us yet another video, and in today's video, continuing Pokemon. So, last we left off, I had beaten the gym, and the gym took quite a bit of time as one full episode, because it was a lot of different like puzzle things, so it was a lot of trial and error, because it was just kind of like learning what I was supposed to do, and slowly trying to push through everything, because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing for most of it, and then the battles took a little bit of time, and not at full energy from being kind of sick and injured in a sense. I'm feeling a lot better now, so my voice is back, and I have a bit more energy than I did back then. And I also have a bit more time to actually record rather than really putting myself as a restraint from time. Other than that, we had also cleared out the robotic issue, which is the reason why I was able to actually get down to this area. I was able to get into the gym actually, and then why I'm able to get out here is we got rid of the Team Dimension grunts. Also, why there was no video yesterday is just because, as I said, I think in 2 or 3 videos ago, Thursdays are extremely hard for me to record. So are Sundays sometimes, just because Sundays I have more to do because it's, I get off of work and then I go and I have to do laundry, grocery shopping. I go visit my parents who live about 30 minutes away so that I can, they can see me once a week because Ma likes that. So, not always the most amount of time to do stuff on Sundays. And then Thursdays is because, I get home. Because usually Saturdays I am up from when I wake up on Saturday, which can be as early as 8. Usually I'll try to sleep from like, at least get to like, 9 or 10 hours of sleep on Wednesday, so I'll sleep in from like 10 or 11, maybe midnight to like 9ish. Earliest I'll be up is 8 usually, and then I do not go to bed until I get home on Thursday. And then once I get home, I've been up for a pretty long time, so I usually crash. And sometimes when I go to sleep, I am just asleep until my alarm goes off at 10 something, and then I get up and I go do what I need to do. Oh, these guys. Is everything ready? Yes, ma'am. Very well. QQ6, you stay here and keep an eye on the conductor. Not that he can really go anywhere given how tightly we bound him. Haha. Aye, Colonel. Everything's going according to plan. Thanks to the Quasark Express, no one will be able to stop us. We'll get to the temple in no time. Gah. Stop squirming, old man. This train belongs to Team Dimension now. Help! It's just a reskin of the Sailor, but it actually looks kind of cool with him in that one too. Hold on, old man. I have to check the buildings. But yeah, so Thursday, I have... I sleep for most of it so that I can work more. Usually I try to get up a little bit early on Thursdays. At least now I have been, so I can try to record, but sometimes I just don't wake up until, 10 o'clock, and then I don't have time to record a video at that point. So I might try to record ahead of time to have a video out ready for Thursday. And Thursday's also supposed to be, a double upload day. So, a lot's supposed to happen. I will try to get a balanced schedule at some point. They postponed the departure. Did something happen? Oh, I have no clue, dude. Why would I know? The cemetery of this town makes me recall that creepy music I listened to when I was a child. Alright, I don't know if that's you're trying to reference something with Lavender Town, or if you just listen to edgelord songs and it's not a phase bomb. I saw some weird folks going around the station. Hyperproteon. Yes, I'm not surprised that you saw some shady looking people, some real spooksters. The Quasar Express has such a vintage look, but it runs a cutting-edge traction motor, which lets it reach a max speed of 180 miles per hour. It's like a bullet on rails. Interesting that there's been a lot of stuff to do with, like, English spelling and English-related things, and then they switch it to be miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. That would be, like, probably like 260, 270 kilometers an hour range, I believe. But where's the 310 train? Ah, that's a reference. I can't remember exactly what it is, Showdown at 310 or something like that. But there's an old Western movie that's about 310. While asleep, a Pokemon is not able to make a move during the whole rest. However, when it wakes up, it won't be affected by any previous static conditions. But that is a movie reference. 310. Showdown at 310 or something like that. I like it. I like that we get them Western references in the West, like a Western-based city. Not just Western culture, like American culture or English culture, something like that, but straight up Western. Ooh. So what do you have? Neither one of us are gonna be too strong. Of course you would use Sucker Punch. I was thinking about using Sucker Punch, but I banded to go with that. Jeez. Sorry, friendly, or not friendly, but enemy Cheshire. Enemy Cheshire, or as normal people would call it, you know, stepping all over my fields. Dude, this is outside the train track, so it's just your field. You know, normal people probably say a Gengar, but not me, I say Cheshire, as that is the Pocket Monster's name. As you all know, this absolute unit, this, as we call him, Chad. I don't know if you know that, but we here at Cody Inc. call it Gengar absolute Chads. He is the OG ghost type, after all. The OG, I didn't see what he's doing now. The OG, yeah, see, that's what he's supposed to look like. The other ones is I know it knew it was, but still. Right, you're a dark type. Shoot. It's not gonna, yeah, super effective though. And then here from Black Sludge. Because in the other one, he was being like a ghost dark type, or ghost type instead of a grass dark type. Healed. If you plan to hit me, I'll hit you first, Sucker Punch. That was even weaker. They say he was also trying to Sucker Punch, but because I used Sucker Punch, he couldn't Sucker Punch. Like, that's something that I'd have to look. I think it's literally, it just goes back down to speed. But if you both use a priority move, like a I go first type move, such as Sucker Punch if your opponent intends to attack, and like you both use like, I don't know, Mach Punch versus Aqua Jet, which I believe are both priority moves. My guess is that it probably goes back down to the speed tie. Like, I don't think that it's like, oh, in certain matchups, certain moves go first, or if it's like, you know, Mach Punch gets priority over all other moves. Like, there's a... I can't go right. It just looks, you know, there's just grass there on my right, but I can't go that way. Like, I don't know if it's like, yo, Mach Punch gets the priority, and then next up is Shadow Punch as priority, because it allows you to attack because the opponent is attacking, so Mach Punch gets first because it's faster than anything else. Sucker Punch gets the second priority because that's just the priority option it chooses. Nope. So like, I don't know what is the priority, like, hierarchy, or is it just, oh, a double priority move, you win the speed tie. These are just two regular moves now, you win the speed tie. Or not even speed tie, but you just have more speed than your enemy, then you get attack first. This area is off limit. Hey, you're the human Colonel was talking about. Exterminate. I like it. Golf clap. I think he has. We have had that dialogue before where my robot friends here get to go exterminate. DX4 and DX3 and DX4. If I fought DXs in the past. Generation X. We use Shadow Punch, and we use Air Cutter. Shadow Punch. And that's super effective there, but yeah. I mean, Happy isn't that much weaker, but Happy isn't using anything that, like, gives a whole lot of, bonus to him. He used an attack that is hit all, okay. Would Dark Pulse do more against Yeet? Don't know. Don't remember. Like, Poison is certainly, like, the area I probably know the least about when it comes to, like, super effectiveness and resistances. Like, ow! Like, I can tell you that I know that, like, steel, I believe steel does not take damage from it, and rock or ground, I believe, is resistant, and then fairy might have, there might be something else, like, with fairy, I don't remember what it is, if there's anything. Really? Air cutter, what is air cutter's accuracy? Am I using, like, a 70 accuracy move or something? Am I the dumb? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if I was the dumb here, but like, I thought it was at least a 95 accuracy move, or 100, not a I missed 2 times in a row on like 2 separate Pokemon. And I don't think he ever used anything that lowered or increased his evasiveness or lowered my accuracy, so 3 or darn it, it's gone once again. Okay, time out real quick. Am I... Air Cutter is 94 and has a higher chance of crits, and yet both of them missed. Like, not both of them, but 2 of the time, like, I missed 2 times with it. Base 95. Fascinating how a base 95 can miss twice. I mean, that's rolling 2 nat 1s on your D20 there, guy. Like, that is just impressive, especially because it was on 2 separate Pokemon. You know, it's okay though. I'm not gonna. I don't wanna nitpick and complain and be like, oh, it's unrealistic that it would move, like, you know, it would miss that much. But because it's not like, you know, it rolls the dice, and if it misses, it misses. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm just real quick seeing if I have a psychic move, which surprisingly after all this time I really don't have any super strong, constantly usable psychic moves. Because before somebody says, well, actually, so you did have a psychic move either. I saw it was electric this. I don't remember what number it is, but Dream Eater. Surprisingly, if Dream Eater is a psychic move, if I'm not mistaken. Why did they choose Dream Eater, the move that is a haunting style thing, to be psychic and not ghost or dark? Beats me. Help. What if I just said no? Not human. Not you here to free the old man. You're delusional. But you know, it's interesting what some Pokemon's typing are, what some Pokemon moves are. Things that some Pokemon can learn, some things other Pokemon cannot learn. It's like, well, it doesn't really make sense that you can't learn this move, because, like, if I'm not mistaken, Growlithe cannot learn Growl. Like, you know, Growlithe, you know, the little doggo, whose name begins with the word Growl, cannot learn the move Growl, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, I could be thinking of something else that doesn't really make sense for it not to be able to learn, you know, a move that basically can, like Lickitung, not learning a lick style of things, you know, like, how does that make any sense? Why would my Elekid, you know, why would my Pokemon here, my clearly, like, named after something, you know, Pocket Monster, not be able to do its namesake? You know, Lickitung not being able to lick, Growlithe not being able to lick, what are some other, you know, other Pokemon who have it in their name? And I mean, like, fully have it in their name, not like Electric here, or Electric, who has the word electric in their name, and then not being able to use, you know, electric type thing, or something, but, you know, there are, like, some bizarre, rather bizarre things that are just like, well, I don't see why you're not able to do it. You know, it's like, you know, Clink Clang, or whatever the last one is, not being able to use, like, sound-based or gear-based moves. Like, there are a few sound-based ones that aren't just, like, Growl. But, like, them not being able to, it's like, they're constantly making a sound! A red level threat, detected trainers or skills are over the chart. Intruder detected, inform the colonel immediately. Yes, I would like to untie him. You have my deepest gratitude, kid. I am the conductor of the Quasar Express. Or rather, I was before those masked goons arrival. That woman, she might be charming, but she's a real witch. She ordered her minions to tie me up so she could take control of my train. Though she wasn't alone with her soldiers. There was a man with her, a man whose face rose the blood in my veins. From the way he spoke, I suppose his rank was higher than the woman's. The Quasar Express is a piece of history of our region. We can't let it fall into the wrong hands. I'm desperately asking you, kid. Free this train from the fangs of evil. I'll do what I can from the station by monitoring the route followed by the train. You should act by quietly sneaking around. Go forth, young'un. I believe in you. Okay, I don't know why you guys are still there. Oh. Interesting. Hey Cody, wait for me. Nope. That was my second guess. I just haven't seen her and she has a little bit to do with Team Dimension, but Trey has had a decent bit and he was not too far from here when him and I last interacted. I guess he did run ahead of me, so he could already be on the train or at the destination. Phew. Thank the heavens I managed to jump on the train right before it departed. Once I heard the Quasar Express was being hijacked, I immediately ran here without thinking. I wasn't sure I would have met you here, right, Pikachu? Such good Pika. Let's not waste any more of our precious time. We must do something before those damn criminals try carrying out one of their usual schemes. Oh. And, she does not seem to follow me. She just wants to say we need to do something, and then she waits for me to do it. Typical NPCs. Not doing something themselves. Or magically spawning at the end. I mean, like, hey, this is what I did off screen. No proof. You have to spook me. How did a human like you get out here? I'll blow you away. You'll be like sand on the wind. Like, look at what I did, all off screen with absolutely no proof to my, my accomplishments. And it's like, cool, you took down 400 yards and this train couldn't even hold that many people? Yes, aren't you so proud of me? And it's like, well, I have no way to prove that you didn't do all of what you just said you did, so I'm gonna believe you. Oh, what's that? Your Pokemon didn't level up, even though you just defeated, countless people? Well, I'll believe you anyway. Maybe they were just really weak Pokemon. I love you, NPC. Pet, 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 pet. Like, come on. Okay, I'll do whatever you want, but please don't hurt me. You want to open the door, right? Okay. Once I'm deactivated, your path will be clear. Goodbye, cruel world. Bzzz. Even in death, I serve. He really did just even in death, I serve. Wowzers, this is some tough surveillance, huh? Cody, maybe we have more chance if we split up, don't you think? See you later then. How did I know? Literally exactly what I called. Impossible, no one's allowed to access this wagon. Exactly what I called. She just wanders off and we're gonna meet up later at like the head of the train. And it's gonna be like, look, I totally did a whole bunch of things. I somehow split off of you by going forward, but you got here before I did. Despite me being forward in the train and you fighting all those trainers. Style. Like, am I pressing X to doubt? Yes. Should I be pressing X to doubt? I don't know, but I am, because that's unrealistic. Ooh, that actually would have probably O-coded me, because you just have Black Sludge. Sucker Punch! Punch. And what is this Dark and Ghost? Is it another Dark type? Is like Dark or... No, I don't think Ghost is resistant to both, but like... I have to assume that that Pekabone here is probably a Dark type. Because... I mean, off the top of my head, it doesn't affect... What are you? You're a ground type? I think that's the only thing that's... It's not effective to all of those, but yeah, like it has to be a ground type, because ground type is the only thing that is not immune see what I was pointing out. That's the only thing that is immune to electric. I mean, like, looking at it, I wouldn't have guessed. I don't remember if rock is. It's not very effective, but it still hit like a truck. Surprisingly, for not being a stab move, it hits pretty hard. I guess Blink Room doesn't have a high base defense, which is kind of surprising. I'll try to fear this defeat by drinking some mental herb tea, Colonel's favorite. Cough, cough, hint, hint. Alright, so, you know, that definitely is not a cough, cough, hint, hint moment. And I have my handy dandy notepad here to take care of non-hint, cough, cough, hint, hint moves. Colonel loves mental herb tea. I don't know if that'll ever actually come up, but in the off chance that it does, I now know and will be able to maybe use it against her. Now I feel like I'm in a Western movie. Psst. I don't know if you're trying to say Western and forgot the end, or if you're trying to be like, oh, Western movies are actually just West Star movies. Because, you know, it can easily go either way, saying, oh, you know, Western movies in this universe are created by West Star City. And then, West Star City makes all the Western movies, or if you're trying to say Western, because both of them are literally are one letter off. Although, if you're trying to say West Star City, I would have to. You have what? Magnemite has sturdy? Since when? Has it always had sturdy? Huh. But you know, it's. I would assume that it probably is supposed to be Western and just forget a letter, because if it was saying West Star, then I would assume that it probably would be the W would have been capitalized, because they're fairly consistent with like making sure that the names of stuff are appropriately capitalized. Like they haven't accidentally been like, oh, here's this, you know, here's a blank city, but the city is not capitalized. You know, they probably, you know, just meant to say Western and was dropped for whatever reason. You know, so many, you know, a lot of different weird possibilities that could be the answer. Am I overthinking this? Perhaps. Something about an exercise in engines, he said. And I accidentally double tapped spacebar, so I skipped over his intro dialogue. Not that it really matters. This guy's name is Ben. Grudge. My God, you got a dope name, I will admit. Mental sound. Oh. Or were you hoping to use a steel special type move against me? Is that even something that... Is that even a thing? Are there steel special type moves? Hey, it's actually a level Pokemon, sweet. But like, are there steel type special moves? Like, I think there are some rock type special moves, but they're basically, I think like Power Gem might be a special rock move. Nice, look at Rapidash. On Discharge, I actually wouldn't mind Discharge, because it's 100% accuracy and yeah. I mean, I guess agility for anything else. Actually, oh no, that's I'm thinking of Electro Ball. That's the faster you are compared to the enemy. But I don't know if there's really any Cloud Burst becomes an electric type when HP is half. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know if there's any special type Steel. And I think like the main special type Rock, I think might be Power Gem might be special, which I can check. Hold on, first off, I want Carbos, which I believe... Carbos? Is it technically a medicine? It is. Speed stat. I'm gonna put it on Go. It won't have any effect, you say. Cheshire even faster. I wanted to put it on Gauche because I wanted to make... It won't have any effect. I wanted to make Gauche like even faster so that Electro Ball would be a bit better. I feel like you're always gonna have somewhat low HP. Just because it hasn't like had a massive boost or anything. I could actually just like focusing on... Hello, sir. I could just be focusing like pretty much solely on my starter, and that wouldn't be the worst thing. Because I'm sure there's gonna be a moment, like a part where it's like, oh, you can only fight with your starter, like when I'm facing, you know, the legendary Pokemon, and it's like, ooh, your starter is imbued with the power of, and it's imbued with the power of, whatchamacallit, of the good side of legendary Pokemon, and it's like, oh, it's good versus evil, but you're not playing with, you know, the evil, good Pokemon isn't the Pokemon you're controlling. The good Pokemon has granted you with the power to slay, because it has to be one of the starters, because, you know, the legendary Pokemon is too weak and it will be physically too weak to be able to do anything, but the power that it wields is strong enough, and if it gave it to you, who's worthy of its power? And it's like, hey, that's really cool and all, and like it makes sense, I guess, in some way, I'm sure. And who knows, maybe I could breathe fire if I eat some spicy seeds. I need to get one from Colonel's Scoville. Okay, so now you tell me that Colonel has a Scoville. Which I might have known already, but I have no idea. I would assume that you're probably like the majority of people of these guys so far. You have like a metal Pokemon, like a steel type Pokemon, so I'll actually rock you instead. I got a crazy hankering to fight. The injury roll must have gone straight to my head and straight to my thighs. Yeah. Oh man, recording at 2 o'clock in the afternoon my time. So, real fun stuff. Basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna record this, I'm gonna finish and upload it, then I'm going to bed until, you know, 10 something probably. And then hopefully when I get home tomorrow, I'll actually probably record another Pokemon episode, and I'll also record one or both of the D&D videos. Either I'll just do the Barbarian subclass, and then right after do the Barbarian, whatchamacallit? Let's do Logan. See how that works. The Barbarian, like, overview. Not very effective. Do you got type? Really? Poison? Poison, huh? That's what you choose? And it's Sucker Punch! But yeah, so I will be recording at least one of the videos tomorrow, and then I'll record the other video later, so that I can continue with that, you know, with my D&D stuff. Can you hear it? This train's OST is a bit too somber, isn't it? I need something more powerful. Yeah, like Master of Shop It. Might also be saying that you either just referencing the fact that it sounds like Master of Puppet, which is a song. Are you trying to tell me that what do we call it has a Shuppet on their team? What are you trying to tell me here? Look at this giant dish of screws and bolts. Bzz. Didn't they teach you humans not to bother robots while they're eating? Bzz. For a second I thought he was just like normal dialogue. I was like, oh, I will step and just go fight someone else. Zon! Ooh, that is hideous, and I want you to take it back. No kick. Yeah, actually, I just remembered that it is a psychic type. I really hope I don't hit myself in confusion, because this is going to rock your world if it hits you. Really? Okay, cool. Yeah, I now remember, it is not a even if it is fairy type, fighting isn't super effective against fairy, I believe. So yeah, no matter what, fire should have been the first thing I did. Now beat it, I'm trying to enjoy my meal. No. Who in this world put this door opener here? Oops, I pushed the button. I ordered a breast sandwich, damn waiter. Waiter, we want to order a pizza with wire, aluminum discs, and bolt. Hey, you're not the waiter. I won't let you screw up my romantic dinner. 46 ID. I want to know how many of these guys' names are references to something, because you usually can. I mean, like, you can spell names, like the guy's name is Ben back there. Somebody who had, like, an item in front of them, and they were called Nope. Like, N-O-P 3, I think, or something like that. And it's, like, just that subtle little thing, like, his job is blocking an item so I can't get it, and so he's just saying Nope. So, like, you know, here is 46 ID. Is your name a reference to something? Have I met somebody else whose name is a reference to something? I mean, quite simply, like, I think a pretty easy reference they could do if they haven't already done it, and I just, you know, glanced over it, would be to do Zero, like Z-E-R-O. Like Zero, Z-E-R, Zero, who is Zero from the Borderlands series, and it's like, oh haha, funny, it's another, you know, kind of like a robot man who does emoticons solely through like a you know, LED lights like that these guys do. And I'm telling you, squat. So it's like, we usually could do that. You could, maybe you've already done it, but like someone whose name is just 1337. So like their name is Leet, and then this is Tess. So like, you know, are there references that have gone over my head? Are they even making references, or are they just choosing a letter, choosing number, choosing letter, choosing number type of thing? Let's see, what do we have here? Can't you see I'm out with my man? Get out of butt first. This could have been a double battle. This could have been a double battle. That would have been funny. And you only have one Pokemon. Your man's had 3. Oh, you have this creepy thing. This was the final Pokemon in the saloon. It's this thing right here, which is creepy looking. So, and it like controls people using its strings or something. Like, ugh, leave us alone now. Yeah, after you guys paid me. You have to pay me to leave you alone. It's like my grandpa, not my grandpa, my uncle used to do, is he'd give me $1 and be like, alright, go play around and don't bother me. And then I come back like an hour later, I'm like, hey, you only paid for an hour there, bud. And that's how I made money during the summer, is just accidentally scamming my uncle. You are the trainer that is everyone on edge here, aren't you? Don't worry, we scientists are terrible with Pokemon battles, but we have riddles for you intruders. So, are you ready for my question? Sure. Before Team Dimension was created, who used to follow the teachings of Victor? These guys were friends. Oh, there's some Trey now. Like, it's not Aster, right? Oh, he followed the teachings? I thought they were like friends together. No, wait. Victor and Aster weren't friends together. Victor and my dad were friends together, and they did a lot of stuff together. And then Aster was their disciple. That's right. Without those teachings, maybe Aster wouldn't be where he is today. As I promised, you have a free entry to another room of the wagon now. Oh, you didn't promise me that. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Hey, human. His name's Fake. Hey, human, you've come to the right robot. I got the access key with me here. I'm going to give it to you, but only if you find a solution to my riddle. So, deal 01001100110. Yes. Ah, stained, obviously. Well, I don't think I could give no answer. Yeah, but I think that would be funny. Like, if there was a right answer and you guessed it, and it's like, oh, You know binary, bro? Maybe watching this back, I'll run through that and be like, oh, what did he actually just say? Do I look like some of those spineless nerds? I'm a real fighter. Bzz. Like, I want to know, like, was there actually an answer to that question? Like, I know he said, oh, no answer, I'm a fighter, but like, was one of those that I could have selected? Was one of those actually the answer? And the game is just like, oh, it'd be funnier this way. Like, is he like, when you do blank, you know, blank, blah, 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 and like, actually asking me something in binary, so if you know binary, first off, that's just pretty cool if you know binary. Secondly, that actually just helps you out in life outside of, you know, programming and whatever else you would use binary for. Hey, about maybe run it back to be like, oh, this is, she said this, blah, blah, blah. The answer actually was blank. But, you know, that's if I remember to do it, or if anybody else who's watching the video does it, then, hit me up. I got no key, stupid schnook. Schnook, don't you ever call me a schnook again, I will throw you away, dude. I'm gonna steal this real quick before you do anything. Can I sleep? Oh, I can! Boggers. To be honest, I didn't expect to be able to sleep. I know I'm not supposed to help intruders, but I also have an honor code to maintain. If you need rest, use that bed over there. Oh. This is why you talk to everyone. My colleague already explained everything to you, didn't you? Let's not quarrel about details then. Are you ready? Well, here's my question. Rank from lowest to highest, the hierarchies within Team Dimension. From highest to lowest? No, it's Surgeon. From lowest to highest. Grunt. None of these. Wait, is scientist technically part of the options? Yeah. Sergeant Duo A and B. The Colonel. The General. Okay. Right. You really know our organization inside out. Oh, so they have like normal humans as a part of the team. Interesting. You have free entry to Cooper's room now. Watch out though, he really is a weirdo. Yes is a no to him and vice versa. So answer opposite for him. Were you this room that was locked earlier? No, it's just a max elixir. That's it? It was just a max elixir was the only thing that was hiding in the room that was previously locked? Interesting. The Colonel is the perfectly charming woman, an actual true goddess. If I don't miss my guess, you are here to unlock the access to the next dragon, aren't you? Okay, if so, you must answer correctly to my quiz. Entirely focus on the Colonel. Are you ready? No. Let's start with the first question. Tell me, what's her favorite drink? Mental herb tea. Very well. Next question. What song does she love? Master of Shuppet. You are already on a roll. On to the next one. Can you tell me who's her strongest Pokemon? I would have to assume that it's the Scoville. Oh, you are doing great. But, are you really sure all your answers were right? No. Bravo, you didn't fall for my trap. A smart kid like you really deserves my help to move on. This is why you talk to everyone, because you get a little bit of training and the answers to everything. Even though you answered correctly to my trivia about the Colonel, I'm still her #1 fan, okay? Dude, I will let you keep that position. I won't even let her know that you just willingly let me go on. I will make it seem like it was a battle, and I forcefully stole the keys from you so that you can stay in her good graces. The General will take quite a shine to me if I take you down, intruder. Will he though? Like if I just fully lost you, would be like, oh, you beat him. It's like that Joel Haver video. It's like, oh, wait, you just beat him? Like with a punch? Yeah. It's like that same guy who it's like this whole dumb funny thing. Oh, you're not even that heavy, so that won't do anything. So you use Thunder Wave on me. I thought electric types couldn't be stunned. Well, so that's just annoying. I should have just used Lava Plume. I forgot that it is like purely based on weight. Like it doesn't even have like a base damage, and it just does more damage against heavier Pokemon. Fresh Canada. But yeah. So, you know, my #1 advice, I gotta say, is to talk to everyone. As I've said throughout the time, I always going around talking to everyone, because I got a side quest from it. I know that some people want to trade stuff. I know some Pokemon's evolutions, like, you generally just get info from talking to people. You can get items, you know, pretty helpful. And I mean, the last gym basically made it to where you had to actually like talk to people, and like gear grind from earlier. Like, imagine if these guys, the clank line, the clink clank clink long, clink clank clink clank clank long, you know, line, didn't just learn gear grind despite being literal gears. But that's the type of thing that Pokemon would do, to be honest. So, oh, Aster's here too. I don't know if that's suspicious or not. He seems to be maybe helping Alice harry a foe. Cool. The general is relaxing, and it is our sworn duty to keep troublemakers away from him. Like, I know that like Aster now views Victor as like kind of a bad guy, but would Aster still get like this involved? I mean, I guess like some of the other professors or professor types from the other gens would kind of get involved in the like the main story and the plot, like to actively go out, and they'll be like, okay, well, I have to fight you, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't want it to be this way, but here I am. At least with, you know, him, he has a Suicune, and I'm sure he's got some other things and can handle himself pretty well, but not, you know. Of course, I guess he also isn't like the normal professor type where it's like, I wear the lab coat and I do things. You know, he actually is like active duty and stuff. You know, he's not like Professor Oak, who's just like, I want you to go out there and study every Pokemon, and I want you to bring the data back to me, and I want you to do everything, and I'll steal all your research and claim it as my own. You're done for, you piece of scrap. Oh, Cody, there you are. Somehow I was in front of you. Wait, Cody, you here too? No, I'm just some other red, spiky-haired boy. Oh, I see. So you're aware of Team Dimension's latest scheme too. I wonder what they're up to. Well, I guess they're out of luck this time. They're against the three of us. By the way, Cody, it's been a while since the last time I've seen you in action. Come on, show me your progress with this grunt. You asked for it. Ooh. Okay, so Aster is just hearing about all the things Team Dimension has been doing, so he's just here. He's not evil in any way, I hope. He's just an active side character who's not just like, oh no, I'm sure the main character can do everything. I'll show up every once in a while. You know, you'll just contact me and be like, I caught your Pokemon, and you're like, oh, good for you, and you're like, you have a quick head pat. No, they're like, you're doing the most, and I appreciate it. Shadow Ball of base 80. Sorry, Sucker Punch, a 5-use move, and it only hits if they're going to attack. Not my ideal move. I would much prefer, you know, the guaranteed hit that it is, and it's decent base damage. Plus, I think that's has a chance to lower his special defense, which means I hit him with the old throw the ball at him again. You know, ancient but true and tried technique of throw ball twice. I mean, that's base 40, but it is sure to strike first. I don't really see myself using Phantom Force all that often. Oh, this is also a physical type, so I can actually just get rid of Aqua Jet. Because, like, yeah, I know that lets me go first, but I'm really to the point where I'm just faster than everyone because my Pokemon are over-leveled a bit. So, yikes, better run. We just let him? Cody, I see this adventure around Ildu is making a fully fledged trainer out of you. I really hope we can measure our strength someday. I totally agree with you, Aster. What about you, Pikachu? No time for celebrations just yet, kids. We don't know what the next wagon has in store for us, but I've got a bad feeling about it. My Pokemon are terrified by some kind of overwhelming power. Cody, we're definitely about to meet the one behind your father's disappearance, so that means that they have a T-Tar. Take all the time you need and reach me inside. Come on, Cody, we can pull this off together. I'm going forward to help Aster. Did you guys heal my Pokemons? No. Rud. Well then. Because I think this will be a decent starting area for the next video, I will, well, I'll actually just let it be the next video. I will run down real quick and heal my Pokemon, just because it's not too far, I believe this way, yep. So real quick heal, and then I will just stand outside the door, and that'll do it for this video. So, if you guys did enjoy, then consider hitting the like button and commenting down below which guys did enjoy so I can continue doing it, so I can continue making the videos as well as I do. If you guys didn't like the video, then go ahead and dislike it, and comment down below what you didn't like so that I can improve upon it and make the videos better. If you guys want to know the next time I upload, then the best way to know is by subscribing. But that does it for this video. Until next time, bye guys.